Yo, hello crypto world, it's your boy Crypto Rocko here, and today we've got another video for you. Today we're going to talk about Bitcoin, some of the news that are coming out for Bitcoin, just the cryptocurrency markets, where I see the price going, and look at some of the key news that have affected Bitcoin, like Mt. Gox, G20 summit, the halving of Bitcoin, the Lightning Network, just go around some of the key news points and see where the price could be going in the near future. Today's video, guys, is slightly different. Usually my videos are very planned. Today's video is more off the cuff. I've got an idea of what I want to talk about, but it will be more of like a discussion with you. We'll see how this video goes, see how you guys find it. If you guys enjoy it, I'll do more videos like this, or if not, I'll go back to more structured plans, videos that I've done about Verge, Litecoin, Tron. So I'll go back to that kind of format. So Bitcoin is going down. It went up quite a bit from the positive G20 summit, where they said that cryptocurrency is not a massive risk, and there's not going to be regulations coming out for Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency. So there was a massive spike there. It has gone down with the Japanese Japanese news and Japan and Binance news that's come out that I'll cover in a bit. But yeah, it's just quite difficult, guys. We've got some volume, the price was going up, and then more FUD and news comes out and it affects the price. According to my trading, guys, I usually hodl, like you all know. I'm a long-term investor, but I do trade. I've got trading experience from forex and stocks. I've got years of experience in that, so I like to trade. This is something I really enjoy, although I don't recommend it unless you've got experience or you're willing to learn technical analysis, how markets work, demand and supply. I had some stop loss orders around there because I thought it was going to break some resistance. I wanted to get out of the market for a small percentage of my portfolio. Unfortunately, my stop loss order just got hit, and then the G20 summit news come out, which, yeah, I lost some money. Well, I didn't lose money. I could have made more money. The first news that I'd like to cover is G20. So G20 came out, the G20 summit, one of the news that came out. Can't remember his name now. I think the Bank of Governor in England. He said that there's not going to be regulations at the moment, but G20 have still made calls for crypto regulations recommendations by July, which is good. Regulations should be good. We shouldn't think that regulations are going to be bad. So in July we have some concrete offers, very specific recommendations on what do we regulate, what data we need. So yeah, have a read of these, guys. This is quite good. I mean, the ideal world for me, like I've said previously, would be if we could self-regulate and kind of come away from all the government and bank regulations, and can embrace the decentralized, this newer way of living, working, of the financial worlds. But I don't know whether it will be possible, but let's see how the future plays out. That would be my dream goal, but maybe this is a step in the right direction. Have some sort of regulations before we move to like self-regulation. Yeah, this is just some more news coming out where, this is quite a good article where they talk about where each country is. Again, this is just speculation, so I'm not going to talk about it in detail, because some countries are a bit more optimistic about cryptocurrency. They like cryptocurrency a bit more. Some countries are banning it outright. Some countries are banning ICOs but still support this technology, and I think countries should embrace this technology because the power of blockchain and what this new technology can do and the innovation that it can drive. So I think countries should support it, but every country's got a different view on cryptocurrency world, so I'll let you guys decide. So that's the news. The Japan to issue warning against crypto exchange Binance. So that's the FUD that's come out. I'll cover it in a bit, but the gist of it is that Binance have come out and said that it's kind of not very good journalism. So again, it's FUD. I don't really want to talk about it. I don't think it's a massive news. The G20 news was the big news, and this news that's come out has just affected the price, and the price is going down. And I'm sure if you're in the crypto world, you've heard of Mt. Gox. They're one of the biggest exchanges in back in the days, but it's had a massive effect on it. It's still not gone away. We're still talking about Mt. Gox in 2018. 2019. They've had hackings in the past, in 2014 I believe, and they're still having issues, and they've been, and one of the main reasons people are speculating for this crashes is Mt. Gox trustees selling about 400 million bitcoins and Bitcoin Cash. There's a lot of information out there. Some people are saying it has not affected it. I've got some charts showing that why it might not have affected it. I think it has affected it. If the direct selling didn't affect it, the news of it selling definitely affected the price. So that is my thinking around it. It's still in the news, like the guys is selling more. Some people are saying he's sold all of his all of his coins, and now the price can go up. Some people are saying he's got more to sell. So it's just a crazy news. It's difficult to follow it as well. I've tried to read about it and kind of follow the timeline, but it's difficult to keep track of it. So this is more FUD that we don't need. This is what I wanted to talk about. There's a good chart here saying that the amount of BTC sold and the price difference. So in there you can't really see a good correlation. So that would make you think that it didn't have an effect, but I think it definitely did have an effect, if not directly, definite indirect correlation. In that sense, I mean, people hear about it and the market reacts. So if the direct selling didn't have an effect, the indirect speculation definitely had an effect on it. I mean, I don't really, it will take me hours to explain exactly what had happened. I'll let you guys read it if you've got the time, but good luck trying to find out news and speculation. That's something about the crypto world, guys. The news that we read in the stock markets is difficult what to trust. In crypto world, it's impossible to know what to trust, what's going to happen. I mean, that's something that I enjoy, but again, that's something that's difficult with the trading the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency market. Bitcoin block reward halving, so that would mean that if they spent in simple terms, mining would get miners would get less reward. So if they were getting 12.5, they'll be getting 6.25. So that would make mining less profitable. That can have negative effects. Again, there's loads of theory around it. People are saying that if mining is less successful, people might not mine, price might actually go down. But in the past, price has gone up, and my thinking around it is there's a good book from Robert Cialdini. He talks about the influences, and it's like a sales psychology book. When there's scarce, so basically what he says is when there's scarcity, the price usually goes up. People want things that are scarce, so this halving would mean less Bitcoin is coming into the market. That might mean that there's a shortage of it, or there's some sort of scarcity, or people, even if it's not that much actual effect, the thinking that people's psychology would say, oh, Bitcoin's halving, I need to get some more, there's not going to be enough Bitcoin. So I think it will have an effect on the price. And previously when it happened in 2012, the price gone up, but again, you can't really compare that. I'm not saying that it's going to go from 10 to 1,000, so it's going to go from where we are to 100,000. You can't compare it like that because the market was completely different. But because I've said what I've just talked about, the scarcity, I think it can have a positive effect on the price. So this goes into a bit more detail of how it works, how it'll affect the miners. This is a good article to read. Right, Lightning Network. I think this will have a positive effect. This is great for the markets, really. So what is Lightning Network? If you guys don't know, it's a system for smart contracts built on top of the base Bitcoin blockchain that allows for fast, cheap payments directly between two parties. So it's kind of off the chain. I'll try to explain it in simple terms. It happens like off the chain, so it's not always on the blockchain until it's confirmed. So you can have payments between two parties with using payment channels. Effectively allows users to transact with each other directly rather than broadcasting their business to the entire world. So that will significantly improve transaction speed and also reduce transaction costs. So it will definitely have a positive effect. One of the negative effects of Bitcoin is the mining, the energy that we use in mining. I'm quite tuned in with the effects of energy, power, electricity that have on the world. Bitcoin mining uses more energy than some of the bigger countries in the world. Something that I don't like. Thinking about in Africa, in Asia, some poorer countries, Bangladesh, India, there's countries who struggle with power, and then people are spending so much money mining Bitcoin. So that's something that I don't like. So I mean, if you think about it, in theory, Lightning Network would have a positive effect on that. So let's see what happens. But again, technological development might mean mining is easier. So as we have more powerful computers, it's early stage of development. I was reading up about IOTA, and some of the technological development can have an effect with IOTA. It's a project that I'm quite interested in. I'm not heavily invested in it as much, but it's something that I'm really curious. I want to learn more about. With Bitcoin as well, if they've got better graphics card, more powerful computers, mining could be easier, and could have a better, won't have as much adverse effect on the world. So that can have a positive effect, guys. So Lightning Network, they have launch. Again, this is something that I don't like about the cryptocurrency market. This should be a great news, and it should have a massive positive effect on the Bitcoin price, but people seem to not talk about it. People are talking about price speculation. This is actual positive effect that can improve the technology, that can help people. Lightning Labs officially released the first beta implementation of Lightning Network for the Bitcoin mainnet. This is big news, guys. This is fantastic news. But no one seems to care. It's just I'm probably one of the fewer persons talking about it on YouTube. People are talking about buying Lambos and being a millionaire, and not talking about the technology, guys. So again, this is what the cryptocurrency market is about. But at the current, I think it's going in the right direction. I think more people are going to talk about technology once. In January, December, we had a massive influx of people just buying out of FOMO because the price was going up. But I think as the market is consolidating, innovation is going to happen. Real people who care about the technology is going to keep developing the technology. We forget that it's a very new industry. We need to give it time to grow. Again, Forbes written some articles about it. SegWit, Lightning Network. Have a read of this, guys. Understand how SegWit and the Lightning Network can have a positive effect on Bitcoin. And Death Cross, right? This is negative news that's going on around Bitcoin. Is basically when the 50-day moving average goes below the 200-day or the 100-day moving average for Bitcoin. So, and this is a very big bearish signal. This is have a read of this on Investopedia. They'll explain it better than I can, and they've got a good video to explain it as well. So if there's higher trading volume during the death cross, it could have a negative impact on the Bitcoin price. Some people are predicting forming a double bottom, going down to 6,000 or even lower to 5,000 and 4,000. Some people are predicting 2,000. There's a video that I put on in my last YouTube video where I think it was on CNBC, I can't remember, or Bloomberg's, where someone came on and said, oh, it will go down to 2,000, 3,000. I don't think that. I think there is a possibility of a double bottom where it goes back to where it went during February time, but I'm not too sure whether it will happen. I'm starting to slowly buy into it again. I've bought some today. Again, I always say gradually buying. I've got enough. I just hold. I just kept away somewhere. But I like to trade because it's something that I really enjoy. I'm in the cryptocurrency markets. I like to stay up to date with the news, and it is profitable. So I'm not advising to buy or sell. Although I've been releasing some tweets. Some trading tweets on my Twitter, guys. I don't know if you follow me. It's Rockstar Crypto. Just talking about some coins that are kind of consolidating for a while. Have a look at Rockstar Crypto. I've only started posting on Twitter, but again, I'll leave it up to you guys. But one good trading, this is not obviously financial advice, make your own mind. One of the popular trading strategies, like gradually buying buying in, because if you buy in massively at one point and the price crashes, you lose a lot of money. Rather than investing £10,000 in one go, if you invest £1,000 and then £2,000, even if the market crashes, you still kind of not in a bad position. The risk is a lot lower. Also, if you bought Bitcoin at 6,000, 10,000 worth of £10,000 worth of Bitcoin at 6,000, and the price shoots up, you'll make more money, but there's a more inherent risk. And if you are a long-term investor without not as much knowledge of technical analysis, I would definitely say gradually buying rather than a massive order. Again, they're just talking about the death cross. Some people are saying it will have a massive negative effect. I'm not too sure. The death cross basically, guys, is if the red line goes below the yellow line, there is a possibility that it could happen. Unless this goes up now, there is a possibility that it could go around that level again. It's difficult to say, guys. People are speculating, but we are at a critical level. This is a decent resistance down here, so we'll find out soon whether it goes up or it goes down. If it goes down, I think it will go around that level. It will go down to the February's level of 6,000 potentially. Again, these are all speculations, guys. Make up your own mind, do your research. I don't like sharing my trading view charts, because I've always said that I don't want to give technical analysis to people, because I sometimes lose money, and I'd hate to lose other people's money, so I don't like sharing it. Maybe in the future I will, but currently I'm not too keen on sharing trading charts, because there are people on YouTube without much knowledge sharing technical analysis, and I'm like, mate, what are you doing? You shouldn't be telling people what to do. There's one guy, I can't remember what his name was, he was talking about Ripple being centralized, and I'm like, whoa, Ripple's not that. And there are guys that really don't know anything about the financial markets and advising people on ICOs and Bitcoin. Right, I always like to finish off with some positive news. The Twitter CEO Jack, he has predicted Bitcoin will become the world's currency. So this is big news. He's obviously someone very knowledgeable. People respect his opinion, and if he is predicting that, guys, it's time to buy Bitcoin. Again, guys, make up your own mind. Again, he might have reasons for saying that. Always like not criticize, but critically evaluate why someone might be saying it. But I'm a believer in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. I'll take it as a positive news. But if someone like Jack is supporting Bitcoin, that is a positive. Again, another article on Jack, the chief executive of Twitter, talking about Bitcoin in a positive light. And finally, Tommy Lee, his prediction, he predicts that it will go to 90k by March 2020. He's not saying it will go to 90k this year. In 2018, he's saying this in 2020. There has been declines in the past. Bitcoin has come back. The market cap of Bitcoin compared to other market caps of stocks is a lot lower. So longer term, Bitcoin will go up. I've again speculatively said that Bitcoin could be going to 50k this year, but again, that's just my prediction, guys. I don't know whether it will happen or not. No one knows, so it's all speculations. We can analyze and do fundamental analysis, but if news comes out, news always trumps technical analysis. So yeah, so my prediction would be that. I like to finish on a positive note. Tommy Lee have said that it could go up to 90k by 2020. Finally, guys, just look at the Bitcoin dominance. This is something quite important that I always look out for. So Bitcoin used to dominate like 80%, over 80% dominance, and the dominance was a lot lower. It was Ethereum and Ripple making a move around July time last year, and again in January time they made a move, and then Bitcoin went up. About 40% for me is about right for Bitcoin, 40 to 50%. So there could be a rise of altcoin bull run. So all the altcoins and smaller coins that are good projects, not bad projects. I'm not saying just invest in any altcoin and you'll make money. So I think Bitcoin will make another Bitcoin will grow slightly, and then there might be an altcoin bull run coming in. Again, that depends, but when it comes, but there should be one coming in a couple of months' time, maybe. But I think there are some very good altcoin projects that could go up to go to the moon, guys. That could rise significantly mid-year or probably second half of the year, because currently I think about 40-50% is the correct Bitcoin dominance level. And as for Bitcoin, guys, short term, I've said it could go up to around 9k 10k, around that level, and then it will probably consolidate. It's difficult to say, guys. It could go, we're at a key level now, it could go around that level, or it could go to around 9, 10, 12k. So I think it will consolidate for a bit longer unless there's some positive news coming out before the money comes in. There's some rumors that the tax in April could have an effect. I'm not too sure, but this is a critical level, guys. I think it might go up to that 9k 10k level, and then it could go back down. So this, I think it will be trading around this level. It could bounce up and bounce down, unless again the death cross, there is some risk. I don't believe it massively, but I still would, it will have an impact in my decision whether to buy or not. So that was my prediction, guys. Do your own research, do not jump in, use your own critical analysis. Don't just listen to someone on YouTube like myself or on Twitter and then spend all your money. Invest what you can afford to lose, and just educate yourself, guys. Knowledge is the most important thing at the end of the day. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed it, I'd really appreciate if you like and subscribe to my channel. My channel's been growing massively, so thank you all. I'm hoping to get to 1,000 subscribers soon, so when I get to 1,000 subscribers, guys, I will be giving away a half a Litecoin. So if you want to win that, guys, subscribe to my channel and leave comments below, and I will see you guys soon in the future. Thank you very much.